here we are for day 3 of this fun card making marathon. We have a really fun collection of new product from Concord and 9th today. Again, I'm a fun guest designer over on Instagram for them this month, and so every day I've been sharing some new product that they have in their latest release. This is going to be so fun to do today. So we're doing this beautiful Tulip Festival stamp set. How pretty. My favorite thing about this is the fonts. I think the fonts are just absolute perfection. I love them. We also have this die set, which creates these beautiful tulips. We can do some layering. So I went ahead and used grasshopper and watermelon, creamsicle, and nectar for my cardstock choices. And then we're gonna have fun building a little bouquet. I think this is going to turn out very, very sweet and definitely perfect for spring. Hopefully by creating this card, we are creating some spring vibes and telling Mother Nature that it truly is time to see some more sunshine. Okay, so let's go ahead and start creating. I did all of my cutting for us so that we can just have fun creating, and now it's time to start gluing. But I think what I'll do is some ink blending to give a little definition to these beautiful tulip pieces. Okay, and I think I can tell you with much certainty that the extra color that's on these brushes is actually the colors that match this cardstock. So this would be grasshopper. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to very subtly, very gently, maybe I'll just kind of brush on a little bit of color. I'm not going to do a ton, but just enough to get a little bit of definition. And I might have to go get, I was thinking I could do all of this without grabbing any extra ink, but I might, there's a lot of green pieces. I might need to pull an ink pad, which it was actually sitting right in front of me. Now I know that this comes on extremely bold, so I'm gonna be careful here now that I actually have some on my brush. It's very subtle, but it's there. Okay, just gives it a little something more. It's also giving me a kind of a manicure at the same time. How many of you end up with ink on your nails, kind of at the tips? We do that sometimes, and then it almost looks like a fun little nail technique. And then I'm not going to worry about these pieces. Those are just kind of our base pieces that we're going to build the flower upon. So we'll just focus on these leaves for the green at least. And if you're wondering if I'm even getting any color on there, I am. It's just very subtle, and we'll probably really see it once we get them layered on the card. Okay, so that should be good for the grasshopper. Cleaned up, and let's do our orange pieces. This again is creamsicle, and let's see, how does this, I have to kind of get an idea for how the card layers itself. Is it like this? Something like that. So all you need to do is just make sure you know where bottom is. So I am going to just put some color, oh, there you can really see that. Some color at the bottom of these. A little lighter on that. And the bottom here. Okay, very subtle, but there. Same for watermelon. Let me just kind of build upon itself here. Maybe something like that. So just making sure I know where north is. In this case, I'm gonna move them to the side a little bit and see if I can maybe, well, I was gonna try to do them all at once, but okay. And I might need a tad more of that as well. My brushes were a little bit cleaner than I thought. Okay, beautiful. I love that. Just enough. Okay, and then nectar for this final tulip. Okay, I think that looks great. Okay, so now that we have all of our pieces ready, let's go ahead and start gluing. So I am simply going to glue right on the base here. Add our glue. And we'll just start with this nectar. Okay, so I think I had it this way. Again, focusing on the dark being at the base or the bottom of the flower. And let's bring some tweezers in because these kind of get a little dainty and I want to make sure I can get my placement just right without a ton of fingers interfering. And wherever I put glue on the back, you know, if it doesn't meet up, it's just going to dry. So I'm not going to stress about that. And look how easy these come together. Aren't they pretty? They're just effortless. Okay, so there's our first little tulip. And I'm just going to keep going. And I think this is probably, I don't know that there's a right or wrong answer to any of this. Actually, I do think that that probably was supposed to go the other way, but that's okay. God has uniqueness all around, right? Let's do this one over here. Actually, pretty. Okay. Oh, in fact, though, nope, that's not right. That's not right. That needs to go here. It's okay. No problem. Thought that looked wrong. Actually, did that look wrong? Actually, I think I do want to do that, but no, I don't. Indecisiveness. In the end, it always turns out. It really does. Okay, they have made this so simple. Let me know if you like projects like this where you kind of paper piece things together. Sometimes it kind of stresses me out. And it's not the actual construction, but it's more of all the cutting. But this is a beautiful set. It's so well done. And look how effortless that was. Really didn't do that much work. Okay, final piece on this little tulip here. Gorgeous. Okay. And you can do those in any way. If you wanted to make the buds, you know, really small, like they're brand new, you can do that. You have ultimate control to make these very, very unique. Okay, so here are our tulips. Those are gorgeous. Now let's add our little stems here. Oh, pretty. Oh gosh, that's so cute. So I think we just kind of go along here. We're gonna have a little bit of glue on our mat to clean up from today, but the messiest projects can definitely be some of the prettiest. Okay, let's see here. I think I did cut more greenery than needed, so I want to make these really bountiful. So I'm just kind of making up what I want to do here. Probably something like that. A lot of layering. Okay. I don't want them all to be exactly the same, so I'll probably stop there on that one and then maybe bring in these two pieces here. Yeah. Make sure that it resembles nature in that it's random. Okay, I like that. And we also have, you know, the extra pieces if we want to do some filler once we build the card. Okay, so here's my card panel, and I'm just getting an idea for how I want these to look, because once I get that decided, I kind of want to cascade them from the top or the bottom there. I think that would be super pretty. Once I get an idea for what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to just kind of tape them together. Actually, I think I like something like that. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so, okay, and I also want to bring in, this is also Concord and 9th cardstock, but I want to see if I could kind of have fun with creating a little bouquet wrap. What's that called? Just the paper, right? The paper that comes with it. So I'm wondering if I could just put some score lines in this. This is going to look really, it's going to look like a mess until it comes together. But I just grabbed a scrap piece. Let's see if I can get some score lines just to help me fold here. And let's see, I'm going to do this. Ooh, I'm a little short there. let's do, I have another piece that I can just play around with. So let's just try that again. Okay, I'm going to do something like that, and I know it's not perfect, and that's what I love about it, is that it was just kind of wrapped up quick. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, something like, and I really want those poking out like this. Oh, that's really neat. And then we'll just trim off the extra there. Yeah, that's my final answer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just be super lazy there, put those together with tape, and then of course it's going to be secured on the card in a little bit, but let's go ahead and glue all of this together. I'll glue this side, and then we're going to trim this down a little bit. There we go. And then I really like what it's doing on the card, so I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to grab just a Sharpie so I know where to cut. I know, we're gasping. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. Okay, that was a little, oh, it looks good though. It's a little thick, but we got it. Okay. How cute is that? Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn this over, and I am going to add some glue in here just to solidify some of those blooms and their placement. Okay, and I'm also going to trim this down a bit. Let's see. We'll do 4 by 5 1/4. Just like that. Okay, and then I'll bring that trim down panel right into my MISTI, and we're gonna go for it with the sentiment. So I like, gosh, there's so many to choose from. I think I'm gonna do thank you, you make me happy. I like to pair up the little fonts. I think it could be really cute. So we'll do thank you first, and I'm gonna do them individually. Okay, let's place that down, and I'm just gonna keep the tulips in there, and once more. Beautiful. And I'll just nudge this one right underneath, ink that last one up. And I put it more to the right side, like did a little right justified. Oh, I think that's cute. Also because of the placement of the Y where it dips down, it just visually worked better that way. With 110-pound cardstock at 11 by 4 1/4, I'm going to score it 5 1/2. That way I can create a top folding A2 size card. And those dimensions are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, I'm gonna open this up, and I'm going to put some foam tape on the back. There we go. And then I will peel off the backers, and we'll have a nice raised panel. Okay, and for the flowers, I'm going to do both foam tape and liquid glue. So I'll use some foam tape for the actual flowers, just to get those really connected, but also to raise them up because it's a little bulky right there. So this is going to be glued, and then those will lay nicely right on there. So I think that will look really nice. All right, let's get that placed down. So what I'll do is I'll remove these little backers, but then we'll use this liquid glue here. Okay. And let's see if we can get this. It's got a little right angle on it. We can just put this just like so on that panel, and then place those down. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. And I love the movement of the greenery. I think that's so sweet. All right, I'm loving this. Let me add a couple little dewdrops. And I think I will do 2 up here, and then I'll do 3 here. 1 and 2. There we go. And then 1. I love this container because I feel like I can see my embellishments and be able to select them so much easier. Plus, it's then contained as well. I love that. Okay, so there is my final card. Let me go ahead and turn that around. As always, I am doing really well with doing my stamp on the back. I've been trying so hard to keep that in my workflow, and I feel like I'm finally doing it. Okay, and then we'll put the back just like this. There we are. Okay, so there is the final card. I love this color combination. And again, I'll link everything, including the colors that I use, down below. But be sure to check out all of these products. They are just gorgeous, and they are definitely inspiring me for spring. I hope this was fun for you to watch. I'll be back tomorrow with day 4. Am I counting right? I think it's day 4. All right, everyone. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video.